week. My last video I dropped was me passing phase one of the challenge account, but since then we really haven't had anything, right? Because there's nothing to take. Price has not been nice. What to do in bad market conditions, right? This is where traders fail to become profitable, right? If you ask my Discord group, we haven't even taken a trade all in more than a week now, right? So it's all about patience. And I'm going to be showing you guys what to do in market conditions and how to really, focus, your psychology around trading and around that aspect. Because I know everybody's really hungry to just place a trade. So we're out here in GPP, JPY, right? And you guys know that the way we analyze our market is by top-down analysis, right? We usually start on the higher time frames to really get an idea of where we're going to go, right? And that's basically, where we're going to start off in this video, right? Is the actual breakdown, okay? Now, why haven't we taken a trade? And I'm going to show you why, right? Because if you've seen over here, the reason we haven't taken so many trades is because GBP, has been on this crazy bullish run all the way down at 171.451, all the way to 183.698 for 1,224 pips with no retracement, right? When we're in no man's land, right? And also, if you see, the last time we were up here was in 2015. So we're at areas like this. This has happened before. We're at very hot areas where it's hard to predict, targets for any type of trades, where you have very little to no structure, right? We just have a little range up here going on. It's hard to take trades, right? And I believe that this is where traders really fail at trading, right? They can't stay out of the markets even though they know they should, right? And even me, who has been trading for 3 years, I come across this, right? I come across that. I sometimes just want to trade. I want to get into a trade, especially because I trade London. When I wake up, I have nothing to do but hit the gym, so I'm just eager to trade. So when I don't, I'm like, damn, I just waited all day not to trade. You know what I'm saying? But that's, to me, I'm going to say it right now, that to me is what makes a profitable trader and a non-profitable trader, right? Is that patience. I always tell everybody in the academy, I always tell everybody, and what do I tell them? I tell them patience. Oops, that's not how you spell it. Patience pays, guys. It really does. Patience really pays, right? Because if we were to trade in the ugly range, right? If we were to trade in the ugly range like that, how many losses are you going to take? We can be in a range for 1 to 2 weeks, right? Maybe even longer. So in 1 to 2 weeks, how many losses are you really going to take in that range, right? Before you realize, man, I should stop trading in this range. It is the way usually how it works for me is I usually take a trade, I'll probably lose, and then the next day we just stay in a range, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna stay out, right? Don't add any emotions, don't add any feelings to it, because it's not good for your trading psychology, right? It's just not good, right? And GPPGPY has been in this sort of same market conditions that I've been mentioning, right? Same exact market conditions that I've been mentioning. So as you see GPPGPY right here, I'm just marking off my levels and kind of get an idea of where we could be going in terms of price over here, right? So now what are you talking about, Alex? Because it's bullish, but you can clearly see bullish structure, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then high. But you go to the 4 hour time frame, it's so choppy, it's so wicky. Look at this area right here for GBJPY, right? We came up here and then we've fallen into this range where we're just bouncing off these levels, right? Look at this. When you take structure and you put it by itself, this just looks so ugly, right? And that's what I'm here to tell you guys, right? Is to stay out of these trades, know when to get in and know when to get out, and just preserve your capital. That's one of the things that I want to say, right? One of the things I want to say is preserve your capital, right? That's what trading is, right? That's what trading is preserving your capital, right? Don't trade when you're not supposed to, right? It doesn't matter. I always tell everybody, you got to remember, right? You don't have to take a trade every day, right? You don't have to take a trade every day. 1 or 2 winning trades a week, that's all you need, right? If you want more, go for it, but you don't need that, right? And I'm telling you, yes, maybe you can find a trade within this range or something like that, but is it really worth it, right? Because if you win, you'll be all like, oh damn, you dodged a bullet. But if you lose, you're gonna tell yourself exactly what you told yourself beforehand. You'll be like, man, I shouldn't have traded that, right? So this is why GBGPY hasn't been the greatest, right? It hasn't been following structure, right? If you look over here, price creates a higher high, comes down and just completely rejects, turns, and then starts to range, right? Even when it does follow market structure perfectly, right? So a higher high comes down, higher low, higher high. We have these very aggressive, like very steep pullbacks, right? We have pullbacks right back under support and resistance, break above, and then we long. So to me, it's also a mixture of GJ also not following market structure currently and ranging, right? So I told myself I took a loss somewhere in here And I told myself, listen, I'm not trading this, right? And I feel bad for my academy students because we haven't really taken a signal, but I don't care, right? I don't really care because I'd rather not lose than lose, right? I'd rather not win or lose than fucking lose a trade. I'd rather just not trade, right? Take a nap, go to sleep, man, have a good night's sleep because I trade London, all right? But stay out of the market, guys. That's what I want to tell you guys. I want to tell you guys to preserve your capital. First of all, preserve your capital. Patience pays. Know when to get in and know when to stay out. That's so important. I'm telling you, that's what really to me is one of the big key parts that plays in a profitable trader, right? Where this is where a profitable trader does this and a non-profitable trader does that. And those are one of the things, right? If I had to name 5 things, those are one of the things, right? That's being patient, knowing when to get in and get out, and preserving your capital. Those are the 3 main things, right? Preserving your capital, know when to get in and get out, and patience, right? So what am I looking for on GJ now that I have marked up all my areas, right? Well, 4 hour, even though we are in a range, we are in what I like to call a bullish range, right? We are bullishly in a range, right? We're pushing, not creating lows or nothing like that. Daily time frame, rejecting, creating highs, and even rejecting again. You go to the 4 hour, and this is where the wickiest, right? This is where we get all of our range, right in here. But since we're in a bullish range, what am I expecting? I'm expecting one of 2 things, right? I'm either expecting price to break structure, come down and retest, and hopefully take a position something like in here, right? Something like in here, just like that. Um, or price is going to break structure to the downside, right? I believe that price is going to end up breaking under this range. It will come down, retest, and then continue to go short to then hopefully take a trade just like this, right? Now on the shorts, I'm gonna be more cautious on the shorts for sure. The reason why is because this whole entire area based on the higher time frames is just a sketchy area to trade in right now, right? This is the bulk, this is the 4 hour range, but this is the bulk of the range, right? It's up in here, right? So this entire area is going to be a little tricky. If we were to break to the upside, I'll be a lot more I'll be persuaded to go long for sure, right? I'm definitely going towards longs other than shorts, right? You see the 4 hour, we're coming down and we're retesting the 50 SMA as well. You look to the 12 hour, we are close to retesting that 20 SMA. Again, and we're just bullish on every single time frame. So you have to pay attention to these things, right? Price action is telling us that we're going to be going long potentially, right? But if not, I'm just looking for that break of structure, baby. I'm just looking for that break of structure. We're in a range. We're either going to break structure to the downside, create a lower low, wait for a pullback and short, or create a higher high, wait for the pullback and long. So, those are the couple things that I'm gonna put on the description is what to do in bad market conditions. And also a JPY breakdown, right? Again, we are in phase 2 of the FT Mill Challenge account right in front of your eyes. I passed phase 1. Go watch that video if you haven't. Hope you guys had a great weekend and let me know if you guys are interested in joining the academy. I'll put the details down in the description. Same those 24/7 communication, group Discord with everybody, one-on-one Zoom sessions, whatever you'd like in the discount, which with my first course on how I trade. Like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and thank you guys for watching, and thank you for 700 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I'm headed for 1,000, baby, with you guys. Let's go. Deuces.